Warzone's at the center of discussion once again because there were some secret changes here made behind the scenes in relation to weapon tuning and weapon balance. So what was it this time? That's what we're discussing here in this video today. What changed? Is it enough to really sway your choice in weaponry, and where we go from here? So as we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think of these secret changes here? Do you think they're going to alter any of your builds in Warzone? Whatever it may be, let me know. But as well, if you are new to the channel, do be sure to hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 400,000 subscribers, and we'll keep you up to date with all things Warzone, Cold War, and anything COD related. So if you're interested in joining the community, I'd love to have you. That said, let's talk about these changes at hand. So here's the thing, we knew that stealth updates were happening. We know that even on the Trello board, it's listed as a genuine issue that things aren't accurate in the pros and cons for attachments, and we know, based off of previous findings, that things shift behind the scenes without us really knowing. But Raven keeps on adjusting things behind the scenes with Warzone, and we're not notified of it, which is kind of curious to me because right now it seems like they are trying to be a little bit more active on Twitter in communicating things. I mean, just as the last couple of days here, we've seen 7 public tweets addressing things and issues that are in the works and being adjusted since last week's update for Warzone. Those including things that are just past the announcement of investigating errors, as we just saw today that Armored Royale was actually removed from the playlist entirely while a fix was made to the mode where previously it would allow players to go invisible there. So you'd think that we'd have a more hands-on approach like this in recent times and we'd see some clarity here for it, but that's not actually the case. And I can't imagine that they're not aware of these changes, like they're probably not happening on accident or by themselves. So I don't quite understand why we don't have these adjustments accounted for. It's just kind of odd. But the brilliant minds of the community, the likes of JGod, True Game Data, and Exclusive Ace, put together their testing and the results were definitive. The TAC rifles for Cold War were changed slightly. More specifically though, for the TAC rifles, the bullet velocity of weapons in some cases was changed. Now, the bullet velocity is a tremendously important stat to consider with builds because it dictates how quickly your shots will get from point A to point B. Now, in close quarters, you may not notice it all that much, but even at a distance of say 30 to 40 to 50 meters and onwards, that's where you'll definitely start to notice it because you have to lead your shots more and more as you go over a further distance. The higher the bullet velocity value, the less lead time you'll have to put on shots. So maximizing bullet velocity is crucial in some cases. That's changed now for these TAC rifles. Now, the fine print of these changes were that they're only on some attachments. The base weapons remain unaffected, and then also the second fine print item is that these changes were only for Warzone. So if you play Cold War, nothing for traditional MP has been changed at all for these weapons. But let's talk about it. Right now, the 2 TAC rifles that I've seen make more buzz in recent times is the M16 and the AUG. The AUG being a heavy favorite of those two from what I've seen. So let's talk about the AUG first. When you look at the AUG and the attachments for the barrels and also across the TAC rifles altogether, the barrels that specifically mention bullet velocity is only one in quantity, the Task Force barrel, but other barrels have and still do offer additional support for bullet velocity increases. Pre-patch, those barrels that helped the AUG in particular were the Rapid Fire offering up a 25% bonus in bullet velocity, the Cavalry Lancer offering up a 50% bonus to bullet velocity, the Strike Team which offered up a 100% or double bullet velocity, and the Titanium barrel which offered up another 100% increase. But post-patch, the only ones that offered still any bonus is the Cavalry, which still offers up a 50% in bonus, and the Strike Team, which continues at a 100% bonus, despite not detailing as such in the in-game menus. Meaning if you run the AUG, make sure you either run the Cavalry Lancer or the Strike Team barrel. My preferred would be the Strike Team since it offers a double bonus for that bullet velocity and only has a slight damage range net loss on the attachment, so not a terrible trade-off. Now the M16 on the other hand, again, was similar. Pre-patch, it had a 25% bonus with the Rapid Fire barrel, a 50% bonus with the Cavalry barrel, a 50% bonus with the Strike Team barrel, and a 75% bonus with the Titanium barrel. But now, post-stealth nerf, it's only the Cavalry and the Strike Team barrels that offer up any differences in terms of hidden benefits. So in this case, unlike the AUG, I'd actually choose the Cavalry given that the Cavalry has no additional downsides as opposed to the Strike Team, which does have some negatives in the way of the damage range and some idle sway, which again is a negligible difference, but when it comes down to it, you're getting the same benefits for either having some trade-offs or none. So in my mind, some trade-offs versus no trade-offs, that's a no-brainer here in my opinion. So I would definitely go with the Cavalry on this one. Now let's talk about the other TAC rifles of the DMR and the Type 63. Now the DMR had boosts in bullet velocity on the Cavalry Lancer barrel beforehand, offering up a 45% bonus, and then again on the Titanium barrel offering up a 60% bonus pre-patch. Now interestingly, the match grade actually negatively affected the velocity pre and now post-patch as well, slowing it down a little bit. So a little bit of a weird one. I wouldn't run that on any of these builds here, but post-patch only the Cavalry Lancer offers a bonus in terms of bullet velocity, continuing on that 45% bonus. So everybody's favorite of the titanium barrel was actually knocked down from 60% to 0% in that bonus. It was the clear choice before, but now no longer has that bonus at all, meaning the Cavalry Lancer is again a no-brainer if you haven't equipped it already. The type is the exact same way with all attributes, the same data, pre and post patch. The Cavalry had and still offers a 45% bonus in velocity. The Titanium did offer a 60% bonus, but now no longer does. And again, the match grade still hurts you if you decide to run it by about 25% of a negative penalty to bullet velocity. So what's the verdict? Well, some of the popular attachments that offered up hidden benefits got adjusted, but by a whole lot, not really. More so, it kind of shifted the hidden benefits elsewhere in terms of other attachments that you should be using, but also only slightly nerfing overall bonuses that you can achieve. So can you come away a winner with your loadouts? Absolutely. But you know where else you can become a winner? At your desk, actually, or on your phones while protecting your eyes. Today's video is brought to you in part by my friends over at Gamer Advantage, and last week we announced them as a new partner with the channel. And let me tell you, I've partnered with a lot of companies over the years, enjoyed working with most, but there are very few that I will absolutely rave about, and these guys are 100% one of them. I've used a pair of their blue light glasses for about 2 to 3 months now, even before when they reached out to partner with me. So as a creator, my job often entails sitting at my desk, looking at my monitors for 6 to 8 hours a day, and in most cases, that's a minimum. Blue light is absolutely something that can have eye and vision health implications, and there's a lot of downsides that can happen from looking at screens for so long, such as eye strain, dry eyes, to even long-term effects, and even things like irregularities in your sleeping patterns. Gamer Advantage glasses combat all of that while having tremendous benefits of true color tech, meaning zero yellow tint in your vision like every other blue light pair of glasses uses, which is incredibly annoying to see, glare reduction, incredibly comfortable and durable frames, and that's just to name a few. If you're on your phone, monitor, or any type of screen for extended periods of time, I truly can't recommend these glasses enough. Your eyes will absolutely thank you. So if you want to learn more or decide to pick up a pair for yourself, feel free to use the link in the top of the description below and use code ESPRESSO for 10% off your purchase. So back to Warzone, that's where we're kind of at here with this. So there's a couple of things that we can draw in conclusion from this. Of course, these changes still keep happening, to which that spawns a bigger question of why does it keep happening? When will we see these accurate descriptions, accurate communication of any changes made? That's a really good question, and I hope it's sooner rather than later. Again, like we mentioned at the beginning of the video, it seems like Raven is trying to, at least in this last week, be a little bit more hands-on in terms of communicating things. But with changes like this, that's absolutely something you should be aware of as a player. And while these things have been neglected to be included in patch notes for as long as Warzone has been out, there's a really good opportunity to finally let players know exactly what's happening behind the scenes with these weapons. Again, assuming they're aware of it. I don't think that it's going to be a case of these changes being accidental, but maybe they are. I mean, stranger things could have happened, but for the time being, those are the changes that have been made, of course. A big shout out to the brilliant minds, the likes of J-God, Exclusive Ace, and True Game Data. But that's where we're going to wrap it up here at this. I want to let you guys know about these changes here if you may have missed them, so feel free to let me know your thoughts. What do you think of these changes? Do you like them, dislike them, wish they'd be communicated? Whatever it is, feel free to let me know your thoughts. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below, and of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Warzone, Cold War, and anything COD related. We'll keep it the day with all of it. So if you're interested, make sure to subscribe button. If you also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get content outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. If you guys want to straight up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. But all that's said and out of the way, thank you guys all so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.